pleasant good afternoon, everyone. It is Sunday, October 10th, 2021. We're getting started to have this video cast. And the subject today is minor league basketball, semi-pro basketball, professional basketball. What it means, we can certainly get deep into the topic of why minor league or semi-pro basketball has a black eye. We have problems, and it's not that these problems are incurable. They indeed are, but we all have to step up. We have to put egos aside. So the question becomes, can we do that? There'll be other people joining later on, but for right now, we've got Herm Senor the second. He's a trainer and he's involved in basketball as a team owner. And I know that he has some thoughts on what we as league owners or team owners can do. A lot of it has to do with ego. There's Herm, and I know
Yeah.
Herm's driving. So, but we're going to talk about some of the things that maybe we can, areas where we can clean up our act. Herm, I'm going to let you come in. First of all, I want you to introduce yourself more thoroughly with regards to your marketing skills. And, I know you're a trainer. So talk to us about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I play in England, and I've been doing sports marketing and training professionally, I would say, since 2019. And yep, our platforms make it work global. We got out there on a few different social media sites and websites. And yeah, I like giving the youth solid opportunities to grow on, and as far as on the court and off the court. And yeah, when it comes to minor league basketball in America, I haven't really done too much myself in it, but I do see the opportunities to where we can all connect and band together and make something a little bit more stronger in between all the different, the different leagues. Because I see there's so many different leagues structured in so many different ways. If we just kind of had one structure to kind of go under, and everybody can have their kind of own team name or league name or whatever, but if it had the same structure, the same governing body, then I think that would kind of unify how everybody can get marketed, and unify how where everybody just get more eyes on the product that we're all trying to get, because we all have similar goals.
Yeah, what I would like to see happen, just piggybacking off what you just said, I think that it could be a number of leagues under one league, or really, what I'd really like to see is, the leagues that instead of leagues, just call them divisions, maybe. For
Right.
instance, I don't know if you follow baseball, Major
Yes,
League
sir.
Baseball. It's all under one umbrella, whether you're in the National League or the American.
Yes, sir.
It's all Major League Baseball. And so you don't have all these other, yeah, you got minor league baseball and everything, but even that to an extent is under Major League Baseball. If
Right.
we could get the ABL, which I'm just starting, and I know there are a number of other teams that, it's not so much. See, first of all, we got to get out of the attitude that we're competing against any other league. The idea is to compete with other leagues, maybe. It's got to be a healthy competition. There's enough basketball players here where, there's pretty much room for everybody. But again, it's really about structure, like you said, and where these players are going to fit in. I mean, there's nothing wrong with several layers to this. Again, using baseball as an example, if you're not playing Major League Baseball, you're playing in AAA, or AA, or even single A. So I would like to see something like that. But again, we can throw around all the ideas in the world, and I'm hoping that these guys get on soon. But I would love to hear some ideas as to how we can make something like that happen. And then the other thing too, going back to the original point, was is everyone willing to set ego aside?
Mm-hmm.
All right, because see, here's something else, and I say this all the time. One thing we have been guilty of is claiming that our leagues are something that they have no business claiming to be. and whether that's confusion about whether semi-pro means you still get paid or not. I know there's debate about that, whether minor league and semi-pro are the same thing. There's debate about that. I have always used the term semi-pro and minor league, but because I've heard so much, upheaval about it, especially, lately, maybe I will stop using the term professional
Yeah,
or
I think
semi-professional.
I do kind of like the term minor league because semi-pro is essentially what I was playing in England. That kind of suggests that there's paid and non-paid, and
Right.
minor league you can kind of suggest that everybody it's like pretty similar, but if you kind of call it minor league, then you kind of leave it up to the individual contracts.
Yeah, that's fair. And minor league really that leaves the door open, like you said, that leaves the door open to what all the leagues want to claim they are. But when you say semi-pro, and I think you saw some of the postings. For
Yes, sir.
those who don't know, we were all on this Facebook page, and that's how this broadcast came about because a number of people were talking about the difference between pro, well, not so much pro, but between semi-pro and minor league, and whether or not having the word pro or professional in your description of your league says that you pay. So I have the ABL, the American Basketball League. We start off our first season in April. I have made it a point to say that we are not a league that's going to pay, at least not directly. All right, we're not going to pay the players. They want to get paid, and they're going to get ahead. They're going to get us a sponsorship. So,
All
for
right.
instance, if somebody sends, brings us a sponsorship, brings us money that they're responsible for. All right, you bring me a company, small mom and pop, for instance, it gives us $1,000. Well, you're going to get 20% of whatever you're responsible for. If it's $1,000, you get $200.
Mm-hmm.
That's the example I like to use. And this way, the owner isn't coming out of pocket because supposing you're not drawing well at the gate.
Yeah.
All right. And now you're expected to pay these players whatever the amount is. And this is how we get a black eye because we don't pay the players like we said we were.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got to make it a point to tell them, look, this is a showcase league, a league supposedly, whatever term you want to use. Now, if you want to be a big shot and say, oh, yeah, we're going to pay, well, you damn sure better make sure that you have the funds to do it.
Right.
All right. Again, this is where we get a black eye because we're unable to keep that promise. And, let's be fair about it. I think we've all been here where we thought that we could handle it. Okay. And then you find that, oh man, we're not getting the money at the gate. We're not getting the sponsors, but you already put that promise out there,
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one thing because it still doesn't look good, but at least it's a mistake from the head and not from the heart. But now when you're in the league where leadership is just trying to grab a dollar and doesn't give a damn about the players or the owners for that matter, that's where you have a problem.
Yep. And I was just thinking, really the foundation of all the leagues kind of have to deal with community work and giving back to the youth and building pathways for them to get more experience. Because how I see it, like, growing up, I grew up in Springfield, Illinois. I always looked up to the high school team and the university team. But if there was a pathway to where after high school or after college, people in between contracts, if there was a semi-pro or minor league, whatever team that was there that had a good crowd, I would have loved to go into that too. Like we had semi-pro, or we had summer league baseball, and that draws a good crowd. But like as far as basketball, we didn't have that. And then if that team is there, going into schools, going into the working out with different AAU programs around, I think that's where the impact comes in, and then that's when they'll start getting crowds.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. If you can find a way to attract the youth, you know, and if you can not complete your roster with exclusively local players, but if you can have, the majority of your players on our level, and I'm going to call it minor league now. All right,
Right.
your minor league team. All right, if each team can have most of its roster with local players, guys who finished high school, not quite college material, or maybe they're college material, but maybe their grades are not college material, but they can still play.
Hmm.
So this is a way to, and this is where some guys say, well, what, we're going to get paid. Well, no, you're not going to get paid, because I'm not saying you don't deserve it, because that sounds kind of ugly, but you're here because you're not there. You're here because you're not in the G League. The G League didn't chase you down,
Right.
because if you were that good, the G League, despite your grades, would have chased you down, or the NBA would have chased you down. All right.
Right.
So we know the NBA is filled with guys who went to college and they didn't go there for their education.
Right.
I remember Stephon Marbury years ago. He said,
Yep.
one good year and I'm out of here. And that's exactly what happened. I thought he shouldn't have said that, but he never should have said that, but he did.
Right.
And true to his word, he got out. But you know, uh, for some guys, college is just not the route. So what I'd like to do, I always wanted to find a way to create an avenue for those who are not college material, or those who've stumbled along the way. All right. They come in, whether it's now the ABL, whether it's us or whether it's another league, I don't care. My whole thing is we need to have pure hearts. Yes, it's a business. It's
Hmm.
absolutely a business. We all going to get paid. But business is built on relationships. You build
Right.
relationships on trust. If the players can trust you to stand by them and do the right thing, then I think it'll work.
Yep.
But the whole thing now is getting owners on board, getting league owners, or you know, uh, well, them first, and then we've got to get teams on board, because you can have a team and not have the best intentions for the players.
So I want to. I'll say I kind of want to speak on why you said the local players will be better anyway. Is because if you're thinking about paying players or giving them the opportunity to be paid, what takes away from them getting paid is having to buy an apartment or something for them to stay in for the season.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
then it becomes like a situation like college where it's like, well, you want to get paid, but we're also paying for these things over here. So it's like, what's the trade-off? And that's why it is kind of better to keep most people local
Yeah,
and build a team around that.
yeah. It's funny you said it, because I have some guys now who are communicating with me from Africa, from Kenya, from the Dominican Republic. They're good guys, and I don't know all the answers yet, but I'm trying to help them get over here. First thing they gotta do is get a visa. All
Right.
right. And they know that. Now there's one guy in particular. He's asked me questions about if I can help him get, help him with money, help him with visa. And I guess experience has taught me not to get involved in all that. So I'm telling him, look, I can perhaps give you some pointers as to how to get started on getting the visa. They want to go to school over here. The school that my team is going to play at up in Austin, Texas. Um, the coach there said, well, we can help you, we can help you get the players their visa. He used the term, I think school visa. Well, work. I know work visa available, but he used another term. So I don't know if there's different type visas. That's the impression I get anyway.
Yeah.
But the idea is, and these are guys who are not here, but
Right.
guys right here in the United States who don't have nearly as many challenges. They want it handed to them.
Yeah.
They want stuff handed to them. They don't want to do the grind. They don't. again, minor league basketball, minor league baseball, you don't hop on a jet to go
Right.
from home to wherever you're playing. You hop on a daggone bus and you ride for 6, 8, 9 hours or whatever it is. All right. Uh, these guys are not willing to do that. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, in the past, you try and make certain things work, but at this point, I'm like, look, either you're with the program or you're not. If you're not, God bless you. I wish you the best. If you're with us, understand what is written down on paper, understand what you can expect from us, understand what we expect from you, and let's just roll from there.
Yep. There's got to be some sacrifices, and there's got to be some buy-in into the community work, like I'm saying, because once you get over there, overseas on a professional contract,
That's right. They're going to expect that.
Yeah, they're gonna have you going to appearances, going to schools, making certain time, making certain training sessions that may not be convenient for you. They aren't in walking distance, so you're gonna have to sacrifice a little bit. And then you are gonna be in the manager's cars driving the games. It's not even like it's gonna be glamorous on a bus or something like that, unless you're in the top league. So it's it's just all on what you're willing to work for, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I don't know, I guess everybody got tied up one way or another. I was sure the last post, I made sure that I included all 3 major time zones. No disrespect to the mountain time zone, but I posted times for each time zone. So that way there wouldn't be any misunderstanding. I know one or two people said, well, I'm gonna get on, but I'm not gonna speak. And that was fine, But I was hoping a few other people jumped on. But you know what? One person's a good start. We're gonna go ahead and I'll edit this and fix it up, make it look nice. And I'll go ahead and I'll air it on network. People are gonna be watching this on M3 TV. And I liked a lot of the things you had to say today, man. So even though we're small in numbers today, it's a good start. I think that once people see this, others will want to jump on board. I'm sure there's going to be replies to some of the things you said. Okay, so you want to reply? Yeah, you can say so in that room, but you can also say so with your voice. Let us hear you and let us have a dialogue going back and forth. So. But
that's all right. Yeah. But yeah,
yeah,
I mean, like I said, I got some platforms out there that people can see like what I'm doing with Make It Work Global. So if they got questions or anything, I'm open to speaking with them too.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to ask before. I want to give you a plug. So can you give us the website address?
Yeah, www.make-it-work.global. And we're based out of Sheffield, England.
Okay, so you all will get a chance to check out Herm's work. Go to the website. You see it there on your screen. And, by all means, if you feel like you can donate to his cause, absolutely, I encourage you all to do so. All right.
So we work with teams over in the UK to outfit them, for jerseys and team gear. So that's why I said marketing. That's how I would like to help the leagues here too.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you and I will be talking off camera,
Yes,
for sure. So, all right. Well, that wraps it up. We're almost at half an hour exactly. So, I'd like to thank Herm Senor II. Good job. We're going to do this again, and hopefully we'll have more people and really dig deeper into the problems that plague semi-pro or minor league basketball. All right. So till next time, this is. Yeah, well, listen, the honor was mine.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
The honor was all mine. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so thank you all for tuning in. Sorry we didn't have more live folks to contribute, but thank you all for your time this time. Till next time, Matt Clare saying so long, be blessed. Remember to do something nice for somebody. Do something better.